What's up, guys? Jack here, and we are in a public lobby. Not something I do very often. Thought I'd give it another go. I saw this Cadillac Trans Am was pretty quick, and Corey had a livery for it, so I downloaded it right away and hopped into a race. This Cadillac was really fast, and I hadn't really seen Grand Oak as an option for the GT cars too much, and I gotta say, this track actually flows pretty darn well for the GT cars. We are now off, and we got this BMW chilling right behind us, but I don't know if he's going to be the main antagonist. But we're off and away. We have a Ginetta being super aggressive and wiping out 90% of the field in the first corner. So very much, we haven't missed much from the public lobbies. We're off to an absolute bonkers start. But this guy in the Porsche, he's pretty quick, and he's going to be able to keep up with us through this first section. And I'm going to realize right away, oh no, this guy's got some pace. He didn't start all the way up at the front, but he's got some serious pace. So I'm going to try and get a little bit of a gap away from him, but not working yet. He's still hanging with me. I figured based on the lap times I kind of saw in practice, I kind of thought I was going to walk away with this race. I was feeling really confident, but no. This Porsche is going to be sticking right on our bump as we just try to maintain as much speed through the corners. I don't really have that many laps around Grand Oak, so I always get a little bit wonky on some of my lines, but the way this Cadillac drives, man, is it's just like throwing it through the corner, just getting a little bit of that angle and that rear end kicked out, but it just rips. It just grips. This is definitely one of the better grip cars in the hoppers right now. As you can see, we just maintain so much more speed from mid-corner all the way to exit. I have this tune shared if you guys want to give it a go. I highly recommend trying this car, as it is really fun to drive. And it's pretty darn quick. It's got top 10s on some of the tracks, but it's certainly not OP. It's certainly not OP. They've definitely taken away some of the OP-ness of some of the cars. On tracks like Le Mans, the speed cars are just, they're just the speed cars. What are you going to do? It's Le Mans. Le Mans is Le Mans. But this is Grand Oak, and this guy in the Porsche is really keeping it with us, which I realize I'm going to have to really focus here, as we don't really need to worry about third and fourth. Those guys are gone already. They're 5.5 seconds back. Definitely not going to be any pressure, but I'm looking behind me and I see 0.7, and you know what that means. 0.7, he is in our draft. So he's going to be able to make up a lot of time here on this straightaway, and unfortunately that's going to give us a lot of aero wash. So right now, I need to start gauging out what his car does better than mine and what I do better than him, to make sure if he does manage to sneak by me here in this lap or the next, I'm going to be able to pass him back when I need to. So right now, it's all about just learning what his car's doing a little bit better than mine and what I'm doing better than him. What I see right there is through the middle section of that section of corners, I am way faster. But he's definitely got the acceleration. Once we have that power down, he's definitely better off. But right through the middle of the corner, I'm definitely having the stronger car. Even though he has in that Porsche, which is very good at putting the power down, the handling of this Cadillac really lets us kind of take advantage of it. But we have aero wash now. And honestly, nobody likes aero wash, especially not me, because I'm the one currently dealing with it. So he's sitting there right behind us, giving all the aero wash to us in the world, which no fun, makes the car slide out when you don't really want it to. And he's gonna, boom, get that big draft. And what I noticed right there is if he gets a big enough run out of that last corner, he will beat me to the line. So that's the first thing I'm gonna take note of. So I need to make sure going into that last braking zone, the gap needs to be bigger than 0.2 of a second, and I need to make sure I get a very good exit. If I can do those two things, he will not beat me to the line. I for one am very much more of the moral victory. I don't care that Venom has a 0.4 second penalty. I want to cross the line first. But I know if I get back by him, he'll probably be able to draft by me again. But now I can kind of keep the pressure on him, maybe force him into a mistake, because I accidentally give him a little bit of a tap there. So I'm not going to really do anything with the run I got on the exit. I'm going to lift off a little bit. Just kind of maintain. I misjudged his braking points a little bit. I think he changed his braking points up too a little bit with the aero wash. I bumped him one more time after that. I felt a little bit bad, but you know, it's all good, all's fair. So we're pushing hard. I'm sitting in the draft, and this is where I'm trying to learn. Can I get enough of a draft to get by him on the front straightaway? The answer is a very clear no. I do not want to be second place coming out of the last braking zone. So now I know I need to get back in front of him, but when? If I attempt to pass him right here, which I'm thinking is probably going to be my best shot, is coming out of this corner. If I pass him on this lap, he'll pass me back, and he might be able to get enough of a gap to where I can't really get close enough to make the move I want. So now I'm a little bit worried. My second option for making a pass is on the exit here. If we can get a better run, we have a little bit more power, so we kind of maintain the same speed going up the hill. It's just this thing is draggy as a brick and doesn't really have that top end speed. So now, again, just taking these wider lines to focus on the corner exits, stay in the draft, and not have to really worry about him pulling away. So again, we get the power down. You can see the Porsche a little bit better. We have that mid-corner speed, but you know where that engine is placed, Porsche's always going to be good at putting that power down. So we stay in the draft, and again, we don't get close enough. So we're going to have to make this move somewhere earlier in the lap, as we have a tiny bit of tire wear, but I think this car gets fairly decent. So we're going to maybe look to the outside, and we're going to sneak back and move the inside, but he's going to cut that off. That was not an opening. Do not make that move. That Porsche is always going to be coming back into that spot. You'll take both cars out. So now let's get a good exit. We get the power down early, and we stay in the draft. The move is not going to happen this corner, clearly. We did not get a good enough run, but I don't want to get too close to him now, because I care about this exit as we go wide, and we're going to really get the power down early, avoid that bump, and we have a much better run out of that corner, and we have the power up the hill to get alongside. Use the side draft. It does work in this game. There we go now, and get a nice smooth run through this corner. He does not get as good of a run as he could, but he stays right on us. Now I'm just focused on getting a good exit, and we get a better exit than him. We're going to be able to keep the car pinned down to the bottom with the power down. He's 0.2 back, but he is not going to be close enough, but he's going to be making that move. We make him go around the inside. He gets a little bit of a bump, and we manage to take the victory. So that was a super, super close race, and it was super clean. So I really enjoyed that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.